We had a crazy busy weekend. On Saturday, we went out to Gibbons, Alberta, and went to a giant garage sale. Can't wait to show you what we did out there and then take you on a tour of the local doll show. There really is nothing better than driving on a nice Saturday afternoon and looking out at all of these beautiful fields. Alberta is really beautiful. Gibbons is a small community just outside of Edmonton. It's north of Edmonton, about 32 minutes from my house. And we went to this city-wide, or I guess town-wide, garage sale. So basically, it looked like almost every fourth house had a garage sale happening. So it was just massive. If I had to guess, I would say that at least 250 households participated. And what you're looking at here is just the main street that they had stuff all roped off at. So I wasn't able to find any miniatures, but I did have a good time just perusing and looking at stuff. I didn't end up coming home with anything. I was a good girl. I was actually saving all of my money for the doll show. And then next weekend on the 17th is the miniature show and sale here in Edmonton. So kind of saving my dollars for that. But you can see this is just an example of one garage. So, and the next day we're now at the doll show. So I'm not a doll expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I just thought I would take you on a tour of, they have everything from vintage dolls to antique dolls to handcrafted dolls. Some of this stuff was just absolutely beautiful. So they had every kind of doll that you could possibly imagine. Like, this is just an amazing show that happens in September every year here in Edmonton. If you stay put till the end of the video, I've got somebody from the executive from the doll club that's going to talk about our local doll club and what's all involved, and give us a little bit of history about the doll club. But as you can see here, there was pretty much everything from eyeballs to make your own dolls to fabric to doll clothes, some beautiful examples of sewing and crocheting and knitting of doll costumes, just lovely. See these little crocheted animals, just, you know, really, really highly detailed, and a lot of talent, absolutely a lot of talent with this club. So, and of course this year with the Barbie movie coming out, oh my goodness, was there ever a lot of Barbie dolls there. So, and a lot of really expensive collector Barbie dolls, still in the box. Yeah, and a lot of vintage Barbie dolls that were just like in just absolute mint condition. So, and this person here had quite a collection of porcelain dolls. And yeah, just absolutely beautiful. There were some like little tiny dolls, but not really a lot of miniatures. I did end up picking up a small 1/16 scale chair and a little sideboard for 1/16, but which will fit into my Trang house. But other than that, there really was kind of slim pickings when it came to miniature items. This person here, look at the detailed little outfits that they make for Barbies. There's even little hockey jerseys that say the Edmonton Oilers. Go Oilers! So, and she built little hats, and yeah, just incredible, just incredible. So, as I say, I'm far from being a doll expert. I can't say, oh, look at that doll in the pink. That's a whatever kind of doll. But I'm sure if you're more knowledgeable than me, you'll be able to pick out what types of dolls these are. These ones here were all vintage dolls, just beautiful. I mean, I don't know if you can really get from the filming that I did just how big this show is, but it is just absolutely massive. Like, there was just, I wasn't even able to film not even 1/3 of what was in the building. So, yeah, just lots and lots to choose from. And of course, I brought my granddaughter along, and she was just thrilled. This lady made Barbie stuff, and that's all that plastic canvas where you sew the plastic canvas. And we ended up buying a little box from her that had some Barbie shoes in it. My granddaughter was just over the moon thrilled. So, and yeah, you can see here more vintage dolls. Just a little bit of everything. So, just absolutely lovely. So, I think that you'd have to have a fairly big house to be able to collect like this. So, my mom at one time used to collect porcelain dolls, and she had them just everywhere. So, myself, I do have a couple dolls from when I was a kid, but it's not really my big interest. I mean, if I could find myself like a 3-inch set of porcelain dolls, like an adult male and adult female, like a, made in Germany, real porcelain dolls that I could use in my 1/24 scale dollhouse, I would be thrilled. But I'd really want them to be an antique set. Like even the Airy dolls that I bought the other day that I did the video on, I mean, they're just not quite the right scale, but my granddaughter Maddie, she sure is just absolutely thrilled. I let her go through them this afternoon and pick out the ones that she wanted for herself. Yeah, she was pretty happy about that, let me tell you. So, and there's lots and lots and lots of doll patterns here, like where you can make your own dolls or patterns for doll clothing. And this is just an abundance, an absolute abundance of Barbie dolls. Do you see how far back that goes? Yeah, there was a few. I would say a few. So, and a lot of really cool ones too. Just absolutely beautiful. And I was really surprised at how reasonable the prices were for some of these items. Like they were not as expensive as one would think. Later on in the video, I'll show you that one person had 2 Chatty Cathys, and they were only $40 each, and the strings on them worked, and they still talk. So I thought that was like pretty reasonable. And there you go. I don't know about those dolls. Cabbage Patch Dolls and me, I'm not sure if they're cute or ugly. I have never made up my mind on that, but I know my kids really loved them when they were little. And this booth here had lots of American Girl dolls, and brand new in the box for quite reasonable price. I think they were like $60. Oh, and there's Mrs. Beasley. Isn't she so cute? But obviously she doesn't have her glasses. But my son-in-law was saying that you could get the pattern for her glasses. You can download it and print it on your 3D printer. So yeah, you can replace those glasses quite easily. And I guess the pattern that's available is free. So that's kind of a little tip for anybody that might have a Mrs. Beasley from Family Affair doll. And see these little teddy bears? Oh my goodness. This lady, her name is Edie, she handcrafts these, and they are tiny. So some of them are larger, but some of them are completely articulated and tiny and so nicely made. I was super tempted, but again, a little bit on a budget. Here's her card. She gave me her card, and yeah, they're so sweet. I actually asked her to pick up the smallest one that she made, and she put it on the palm of her hand so we could have a closer look at it. Isn't that so sweet? And yeah, this is again that booth that had the American Girl dolls, and see all the teddy bears and just like massive amount of stuff, and it was all brand new. A PT Cruiser for Barbie, just like my car that the transmission fell out of last month. Only mine was cream colored and larger. And a whole box of naked dolls. And my granddaughter's looking at some dresses. And yeah, you can see like just tons and tons and tons of stuff here. They even had boxes and boxes of brand new Lego kits that were like half the price of what you'd see them at the store. So this lady had quite a few composite dolls and also porcelain dolls. Really beautiful. And some of them were quite old. So just really pretty. And yeah, look at these, just absolutely lovely. That box there was full of Wade things, the little porcelain figurines. And these dolls are so cute. So there was one here, I think it's right after looking at these ones, that I was a little bit tempted by. So I don't know if any of you guys remember Little Kittles. So I do have one Kittles doll from when I was a kid, but they had some brand new Kittles here that were still in the bottles, and they were vintage. That little doll's creepy, the one with the striped shirt. Sorry. Yeah, that one's a little bit too wackadoodle. But yeah, no, he had a couple of Kittles dolls that were still brand new in the bottles. And I thought, wow, that's like really cool. So I don't really need another one, but I just thought, wow, that's really neat, because one would not expect to find something from the 1960s still brand new inside of the original packaging. So again, some more Barbie stuff and Barbie clothing, and yeah, see, there's the Kittles doll. Isn't that cute? I don't know if they reissued them, but that's what they had when I was a kid. And there's my granddaughter looking at a little blonde one. So cute. And that little baby in the box is quite sweet. So yeah, look at all these dolls. The one in the far left there looked a little bit like Chucky. Yikes. So these ones here, I'm not sure. He did tell me what the brand name was. I think they were, I don't know if it was Revlon. It was something that started with an R. So they're like fashion dolls. Really beautiful. So yeah, and quite a good collection of them. Oh, and there's the Chrissy doll. Do you see the one in the orange? I had that one when I was a kid, and its hair grew, and it had a little thing in the back that you could wind up and give it a short haircut, or then push the button and gave her a long haircut. So there you go. There's the Chatty Cathy. So these two dolls in the red there, both of them still work. They both still talked, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the price tag, but they were only $40 each, which I thought was pretty reasonable for a Chatty Cathy. I mean, I've seen them on eBay, and they're certainly a lot more expensive than that. And to me, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like that actually was the original clothing. So the quintuplets game, and some more porcelains. There's lots of porcelain dolls. And little black guy. And yeah, there's a smaller doll, but still too big for a dollhouse. So there wasn't really a big selection of dollhouse sized dolls, that's for sure. So, and what there was, they were 1/12 scale. So, and nothing vintage or antique. They were all fairly new. So, and yeah, I'm just looking at some Anne of Green Gables. That's kind of cute. And this lady had a selection of little dolls. I thought they were really sweet. Little Red Riding Hood looking doll. This one here I did purchase. She was $2. And I thought she was too precious to leave behind. And of course my granddaughter got one too. And yes, dolls, dolls, and more dolls. I can't even believe how big this show was, though. I mean, it was insane how much stuff there was there. Just really cool. So, and see, your choice, $5. See, there was lots of on lots of the tables. There was stuff that was $5 and under, which made it perfect if you were bringing a little one along with you because. I mean, serious doll collectors are willing to spend serious dollars. But I mean, if you're bringing a child along to a show like this, it's nice to be able to have a selection of items that are affordable. So I don't know if I already mentioned it, but I did buy her a little, I think Skipper's little sister, Chelsea, which was a camping one that came with all the camping gear. And I'm sure that doll would have been at least $20 if I would have taken her to Walmart. And I got it for only $5, so that's super reasonable. So I'm going a little bit too quickly with the camera. I like to try and peruse things a little bit slower. Oh, here's all the bridal Barbies. Oh, and a bridesmaid. And again, some more littles. So, yeah. And I tried really hard not to get people's faces in the shots. So, yeah. Oh, and some stuffies. Look at that little orphan Annie. Isn't she just so sweet? So, just a little bit of everything. Stuffies and, again, more porcelain dolls. I mean, it was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this many dolls in one place, ever. So, and again, more porcelains and some collector holiday Barbies. Aw, I like the one in the middle with the little long gown. Let's see here. Oh, and more stuffies. And you can see here lots of Barbies. Excuse my camera work. It probably wasn't as smooth as what I intended. So, I invited my grandson as well, and he said, "Oh no, Nana, I don't want to go and look at any dolls." And in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't bring him because I was sort of thinking that there would be some action figures, but there really wasn't a lot of that sort of thing. You see there, that's all doll shoes. This particular lady actually makes all these porcelain dolls herself. And they are just absolutely beautifully done. Like, she really does a lovely job. See those little Christmas stockings? Those are hand beaded with little tiny seed beads. And they're definitely 1/12 scale little Christmas stockings. And all of those little items are all hand beaded. And you see the crocheted dresses that are all crocheted with cotton sewing thread. Just absolutely beautiful. I love the expression on that little doll there with the dark hair, the dimples in her cheeks. So she really does a beautiful job. So every single one of these dolls is all handcrafted. Just absolutely beautiful. I just think she does a lovely job. Yeah, it was like so crazy fun to look at all of this stuff. And look at the little naked newborn baby. So cute, all curled up in a ball. And this one here, look at the outfits that she sews for these dolls. Just exquisite. And the wigs that she uses are just really, really very beautiful. Just a thing of beauty. So what a fun time. Now let's hear from an executive member. Okay, so can you start by telling me a little bit about the Doll Club?
Yeah, this is our 39th show here at the Italian Cultural Center, and we've been involved as a club in helping the community for many, many years. We'll be celebrating on September 8th next year, 2024, for our 40th anniversary and 65th birthday of Barbie, so we hope you can join us then.
Excellent, excellent. And where are you guys located and how often do you meet?
We meet in Edmonton and at the Lions Senior Center. We meet once a month on the first Sunday of the month at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we share our knowledge of dolls and restoration of dolls, and dolls of all kinds, vintage right up to modern and vintage Barbie.
Excellent. And how much does it cost to join?
Joining our club is the fee is $75 for the year, and that gives you access to the meetings, access to our private doll sales, and we also do a lot of community work too. And we have programs where we sponsor in the senior centers, where we have dolls and teddy bears for them to select and bring into their room. We also support the food bank, annually. We have a couple of charities. We also do, in this case, we have the Ukrainians support that we provided twice some donations because we have new Canadians coming into Edmonton. So we do a lot to give back to the community.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you very much for having us here today. We really had a great time and spent all our money.
That's what we like to hear. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you very much for watching today's video. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It's free and it really helps my channel out. Please share and leave comments below. And thank you once again. I've reached 1,000 viewers, so later next week we're going to have to do a giveaway. Yay! I want to wait until after the show and sale on the 17th so I can get a really neat goodie to give away. And thank you so much. I appreciate you all more than you could possibly know. And as always, have the best day ever.